Even after completing treatment, some cancer survivors still have a long road ahead of them. Survivor Journeys helps provide support for cancer survivors, their families, and caregivers. Joining us to share more about Survivor Journeys, we have board member Crystal Chouinard and co-founder Dr. Jay Burton. Nice to have you both back on Massive Heal.
Thank you.
To talk about this wonderful organization, Survivor Journeys. What is this, Dr. Burton, Survivor Journeys?
Survivor Journeys is a psychosocial organization that's nonprofit that we developed because we've noticed in the Valley there were services that are lacking for cancer survivors. And survivors of cancer are people that from the moment you're diagnosed, you become a survivor because you go in survival mode. So we want to provide psychosocial support. We have social events like tonight. We have our paint party at Samuel's at the Basketball Hall of Fame, and we still have some limited tickets still available that if people want to come and paint and also find out more about Survivor Journeys, they can. But in the community we have support groups for people who have various forms of cancers. We co-sponsored blood cancer support groups with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We have an all-cancer group. We have programs for caregivers and families that are in development. But it's something to help augment what's in the community right now.
And there's no doubt about it, there's a need for this. There's a need for people to have support, not just survivors, but also families, caregivers, anyone who's been touched by cancer, which unfortunately is many, many people. Crystal, I want to know about your story, your diagnosis, and where you're at now.
In June of 2014, I was diagnosed with stage 3 triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma breast cancer. I did 5 months of chemo. I had a bilateral mastectomy, and I had reconstruction in March, and I am 5 months cancer-free today.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. That all happened in a short amount of time for you.
10 months.
Yes, and here you are now, 5 months cancer-free. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt about it, it doesn't stop for you now. I mean, you've said you run 2 5Ks and you're ready to run another one, which you're a rock star, but you need the support from other people who have been through it and who you can also support that are currently going through it. So what does this mean for you?
I didn't realize the support that was needed. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I had a couple friends that supported me, but I never went to support groups at the time. It wasn't until after I became cancer-free that I went to support groups and realized that there are so many people out there that are afraid to seek help from people who have gone through cancer themselves.
But
so
that's where a lot of the
mission.
help is, a lot of the support is where you can relate to people who have gone through what you've gone through. Now, how does your organization, Dr. Burton, differ from other support organizations?
Well, first, it's started by someone who is both a physician and a cancer survivor. So when I was going through my treatment, I was fortunate enough to have a level of education that helped me understand a lot of things. But a lot of people who go through their cancer care don't know who to ask, what to ask, when to ask, how to ask, and I wanted to be able to help them. And our organization is primary care based. There are no other organizations in this country or Canada that are based on a private practice model. There are places that are through universities or cancer centers or hospitals, but we are primary care based as opposed to oncology based. And it's just a different mindset. I mean, I don't treat cancer, but oncologists don't do primary care.
Yeah, so it's grassroots. You've been there, you've experienced it, and now you want to help others and bring them together so that you can support each other. Now, you have many different support groups across the Valley. People can visit your website to see where and when those are held.
Right, they can go to www.survivorjourneys.org. We have a whole lot of information there about what we do and who we are, and more importantly, where we're going. We have a lot of projects in development. We have events planned for later in the year that, you know, cancer is sometimes and a lot of times is a somber thing, but it can be a fun thing. There's a lot of hope involved, and we want to promote that as well. So some of the events we have are fun-based, like the Paint Social tonight, and we're going to have a casino bus trip later in the year, and we're going to have a kickoff event in the end of October, October 30th at Storyton Tavern. more to come on the website
Yeah,
about that.
and we'll have you back on Mass Appeal to share that information when you have the details. But that bus trip's coming up in August, and tonight at Samuel's is the Paint Social Art fundraiser for Survivor Journeys. There's not many tickets left, but if you want to go and have a fun time and paint and support this amazing organization, you can go to their website, survivorjourneys.org, and make sure that you follow them as well online to keep up with all the great programs that you're adding and services too. Well, it's so nice to hear that you're a survivor. You both are survivors, and that is the best news you could ever hear. So wonderful.
Ashley.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. For more information, call 413-789-0200. You can also visit survivorjourneys.org.